Good morning to you on a Friday, TGIF. Give yourself a pat on the back for making it to the weekend. Kind of ominous looking skies over False River. 80 feels like 85. A little bit of a breeze, a little bit of a chop out there. And it looks like we're going to stay in the 80s throughout the entire day, just like we did yesterday, only hitting a high of 87, well below our average this time of year, that being 92 degrees. It really varied the past couple of days, who had rain, who didn't, who had the bigger amounts. And certainly that was the big headliner right there. Places like Pier Park, there's not a lot of populated areas here. That's actually a good thing. 7 to 8 inches is estimated by the Doppler radar. Most of it actually falling yesterday in the past 24 hours. Still have the flood watch across much of the viewing area, excluding the counties up in Mississippi. That's going to be in effect through tonight, going just after midnight if the Weather Service doesn't allow it to cancel a little bit beforehand. We still have that circulation right on top of us, and with that counterclockwise swirl, now on the backside, we're bringing up that Gulf moisture back to us for kind of round two, as it were, with a couple more of these tropical feeder bands. It's just kind of a mess of disorganized precipitation, and you can see a couple of those bands. They go all the way back to Mobile, so we're going to be kind of socked in with this over the next 24 hours or so, and then we'll start to see it pull away far enough that we're not going to see as big of an influence. But it still looks like the farther you go towards the coast, that's going to be the better chance for rain and the heftier amounts as well. But I think the graph is doing a good job picking up some of those tropical feeder bands later on in the day. But the models, not just the graph, the other models too, agree that as we get to the evening hours, it looks like everything begins to wind down, so your Friday evening plans might actually be okay. Meanwhile, we still have a level 2 slight risk for excessive rainfall. That's today. Tomorrow it drops down to a level 1, and then on Sunday we get rid of it altogether. Now, something very interesting is going to happen over the next couple of days. As we wave goodbye to this disturbance, we don't completely wave goodbye to it, because it's going to get steered around. Here's the loop. I'm going to have it keep looping. So it goes right around high pressure, and then next week wraps right back around and comes back up on Thursday. I'll show it to you one more time. It's this surge of tropical moisture right here, goes around high pressure and finds its way right back to us. Hopefully it's still not going to be intense, just like this time around. And right now we're not seeing any more development in the Atlantic basin, so at least that is some good news. Here's the additional rain that we're expecting over the next 7 days, more to the point over the next couple of days. An additional 1 to 2 inches here, and maybe 2 to 4 as you go a little bit closer towards the coast. So obviously we don't have to worry about the heat today, but the heat will become the big headliner again as the rain chances go down Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's when we pump up the heat. 106, 107, might even need a couple of heat advisories as we get to that point. For today, we're going with highs only in the mid to upper 80s with about a 70% chance of showers and storms. As I mentioned, your Friday evening plans, not bad. We're going to drop it all the way down to 20%. So again, you may not get completely soaked out there. As we get to Saturday, down to 60%, Sunday all the way down to 30%, and even lower Monday, Tuesday down to 20%. But you see that tropical moisture that's going to surge back into the area. What I was showing you earlier, it looks like on Thursday, Friday of next week, that could once again up the ante on our chances of rain.
Jared, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.